I was thinking about like when I moved here. I used to live with 4 roommates, and which means we had 2 bedrooms. So I shared a bedroom with one of my roommates. And I remember my high school crush came to visit once. I don't want to say her name, but she came to visit me once, and I shared a room with one person. Like there's 2 beds in one room, so I slept and I could see him sleeping. Their beds were right next to each other. And one day, it was like midday, we were just like, I was on my phone in bed laying down, and he was laying in his bed, and we were just on our phones, whatever, having fun. And she walks in, and she's super pretty, like one of the prettiest girls I've ever seen. And she lays right on top of him, and she's like cuddling with him, and I'm like, I knew I didn't have a chance with her because like she's just like pretty like I didn't mind it, like I didn't even feel jealous. I was like, wow, he's lucky. Like I wasn't even like, oh, I wish it was me. I was just like, yeah, he's a lucky dude. And then she like got under the covers with him, and it was really cute. And then she was like hugging him, and he was looking at me like, what the fuck is going on? And I can't believe I never told the story. She winks at me. She gives me a wink, and she goes under the covers and she gives him a blowjob. Isn't that fucking insane?
In front of you?
In front of me.
Did you watch?
He kept giving me. I watched, but there was nothing to see because it was under the covers. And the funny part is yes, I did. I remember he finished, and I remember the covers. The covers were really thin. It wasn't like an actual blanket. It was just like a little white linen piece, like a sheet. So like you could see like all the movement that was happening underneath the sheet. And I remember him looking at me like this was totally uncalled for. They've never hooked up before, and he was so confused. But he was just like, "I'm down for this," and he was just looking at me, and he was like, "What the fuck is going on?" And I was just in shock. But I had the biggest smile on my face because I was like, "Whatever, man. This is the closest I'll get. This is fucking sick."
Oh my god!
Huh?
Were they drunk?
No, bro. This was like midday, like 2 in the afternoon. Nobody's drunk. She's just like a free spirit like that. She was just like feeling like I'm gonna do this because I think it'll be funny and I can. And she did it, and I thought it was fucking so sick and so badass. And I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Holy shit!
Dude, he's like sitting in his bed rooting. He's like, yeah.
And the way she went and like gave him a blowjob is like, listen, I hate to make this about myself, but I genuinely felt like she was putting on a show for me.
She probably, I mean, she definitely like got off on the fact that you were sitting there watching her and you were like, little dorky Dobrik.
Yeah, no, it was exhilarating. Like, I mean,
it was the best experience of my life.
I'm telling you, she locked eyes with me, which she's never done.
No, I know. You've told me this story like 4 or 5 times.
Natalie,
that's how
just
like ingrained it in your brain.
let me tell you about this fucking wink. And then she winked at me, and I knew it was go time. But yeah, that was a moment I was thinking about. I was also thinking about another moment. I was just reminiscing on my experience with women. There was another girl I had a crush on, and we were at Mike Lindsay's house, my hometown friend, and I really liked her, and there was this mosquito spray that everyone was putting on because it's the Midwest. There's so many mosquitoes, and I decided to like spray everybody with it because I was just the jokester, just running around spraying people with the mosquito repellent.
Oh my gosh, I know this story.
You know the story?
Yeah.
And I sprayed her so much that she started coughing, and she had like a serious cough attack. And turns out she needed her inhaler, but she didn't have it. So she started choking and gasping for air. So we had to call the ambulance.
Oh, my God.
And she was put in the back of the ambulance and rushed to the hospital.
What the fuck?
During like...
She had like chronic asma. Like,
she had like during like a barbecue, and I'm fucking sobbing.
So
I'm sobbing. I'm like, I cannot believe this is happening. It's the girl I liked. Like, what the fuck did I do? Like, I was just trying to be flirty and stupid, and like everybody's like, it's gonna be okay, Dave. It's gonna be okay, Dave. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I was freaking out. Yeah. So that's what happened. Nat, what do you remember about this story?
I just remember you telling me, and I just remember because you're such a fucking dork.
Yeah.
That happened.
Yeah, I felt really bad for her, but and I remember like I texted her this long text after that, and it was like, and it ended with like now I realize every time I see an ambulance, it's somebody's loved one in there.
Oh my god.
And then every time we'd see each other, every time I'd be with her, every time I'm with Michael too, and there's an ambulance passing by, Michael would turn to me and be like, "That's someone's loved one, you know." So yeah, there's that. That's a moment I thought of.
Dave, can we talk about a subject that's a bit of a sore subject here? But
I already know what you're gonna say.
Did you hear that Ariana Grande's engaged?
I know. I literally didn't want to talk about it on the podcast. I just didn't wanted to avoid it.
You're really bummed out about it?
You should have seen him at the fucking pizza tasting today, bro. Jay, this is my big day, right? This is my big day at the pizza tasting. I finally, after a month of trying pizza, okay?
Yeah.
We finally fucking go to pizza tasting, and right before the fucking pies are brought out, and David tries his pizza, Natalie goes, "Did you know that Ariana Grande is engaged?" And David freezes. He freezes, and like for the next 30 minutes, we lose him. I'm like, the fucking pies are out. They're just sitting there. I'm like, dude, come on.
I know. It bums me out. I will say this. I will comment on this topic, even though it is like, it bums me out.
Sure.
And not for the fact that like I thought I'd marry her one day, but like I wish I could have met her one day, so I could have been like, you know what, maybe we wouldn't have vibed. But I've never met her, so I don't know. You know what I mean? Like I'm still in my head where I'm like, maybe we could have been one day. Yeah. But like the one thing I will say is the guy that she's dating, I've only seen pictures, but I really, really, really like them together. So, like, I know it's weird.
Megan trained him for this response.
I know. I'm being serious. That's what I said. I said that at the pizza place. Like, I really genuinely just, I think she found, like, a really good guy. And
right.
And she found, like, a normal guy. And I think this is going to be sick. So,
That's
shout out to her.
Very healthy, David.
I'm moving on. But, yeah, Ella just brought up. I didn't want to talk about it because
why are you curled up in a ball?
It actually bums me out. I don't know why, for what reason, but it does. And I wish her the best.
like you're actually dating. Dave, you're gonna want a statement from you on Ariana's engagement.
Yeah, no, I don't know. But yeah, yeah.
Hey, the better man won.
Yeah. Well, whatever. There's plenty of fish in the sea.
Not like that.
No. You're right. She's like a beautiful dolphin. Yeah, I was there at the pizza place, and the guy who like owns the pizza shop, he's like, well, listen, man, sometimes you miss the bus and you just have to catch the next one. And I was like, she's not a bus.